Good morning, Libra, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of July 13th. Here we go, guys. We just finished that eclipse energy. We're integrating so many of the changes and the epiphanies that have been coming up. People's dreams have been off the charts. So it's so interesting to see what's kind of coming up from our subconscious to be faced, to be released. Now, this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, so please be sure to check all three. And once I'm done with this, I'm going to move on to your weekly love forecast. So if you're interested in those readings, the link is down below. If this is your first time watching me, if this serves you, if this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really do appreciate it. All right, my beautiful Libras, let's get started. Okay, and it's theme for the week. All right. We have 8 of Coins, the Lovers, the High Priestess. We have the Moon, already 3 major arcanas, the Queen of Coins, the Hangman, the 6 of Wands, and the theme of the week is the Wheel and the 4 of Swords. Let's get started, Libras. Right out the gate, when you have the 8 of Coins and the Lovers and the High Priestess and the Moon, all of these, this is a real huge week of enlightenment in terms of recognition in your relationships, really implementing some of those lessons. When we have the 8 of Coins, that's about learning. That's about really sprucing up what we kind of already know. So it's no longer just theoretical, it's practical. You know what I'm saying? When you have the Lovers and the High Priestess and the Moon, you're facing fears, but these are not new fears. These are things you've already gone through, things you have plenty of conscious awareness about, things that even in past relationships you could have already overcome. But now I see, Libras, that you're entering into a new level of relationships. So some of you guys are dating again. Some of you guys are getting back out there again. Some of you guys might even be facing some of the similar patterns as before. And the universe is giving you an opportunity to say, hey, let's implement what we know. Let's implement that knowledge. So if you know that this doesn't feel right, if you see that red flag, if you know this looks like the same pattern, you're being divinely guided. When you have that High Priestess energy, you guys are a little bit more psychic than normal. I think that your intuition is popping up, your energy, your gut, it's really moving in the universe. This is you aligning with that truth. You guys are meant to be moving into healthy stages of relationships, but you have free will. So if you want to keep repeating old patterns, old mistakes, even when you're like, oh, well, it's not that serious. I'm not seeing this person as somebody as my future. But if you're still taking actions, if you're still implementing actions that are reflective of those old habits, you're telling the universe, regardless of what you're saying here, that I'm still in the same boat and I'm going to ride the same carousel all over again. I call it the shit show carousel. It's up to you. You have to be able to face those fears and stand on your own and say no, and it's okay. That's a good thing, Libra. When you have the Queen of Coins and the Perspective card, the universe is asking you to think about the kind of life that you want to build for yourself, the kind of home that you want to build for yourself. And if that's your long-term goal, what are the short-term changes? What are the new things we got to implement to build this? Not just with other people, but with ourselves. What are the things within ourselves that we have to change, We have the 6 of Wands here as well. I'm not going to lie, Libras, you're doing what you do best. So probably lots of you guys are dating around a lot. Little victories here and there. On to the next. So this is not about codependency. This is not about finding your validation or your self-worth or feeling, sexual or feeling attractive, through other people. This is about you meeting a bunch of new people and saying, yes, no, sort of, but not exactly the mark. On to the next. Now, please, no hurting. This is not about using people. This is about the universe bringing you a bunch of different people to meet, romantic and platonic, to kind of I'm getting my training wheels off. I'm flowing in the right direction. They'll bring you people that are representative of the past, and that's your job to say no, but also to recognize where you're growing and where you're not. Maybe you're attracting people who are so different than what you used to attract. So yes, that's your area of growth. Like, okay, I'm doing good. I'm attracting people that may be more intellectual or more active or more affectionate. And then you can see by the people that the universe brings in what's the same. You know, you're like, okay, this is the area I still need to work in. So I'm going to observe it objectively. I'm going to take this lesson, but I'm also not going to move forward here because this is not something I really want to perpetuate. Now, the Wheel and the Four of Swords, slow and steady. You're meant to be moving in new directions. I love the Wheel of Fortune because not only is it a very good sign, but you're moving in new directions for your life. There's no jumping the gun. There's no like, oh, well, it was just in the moment. None of that. None of that, Libra. This is all about you implementing those changes so that you can move in new directions for your life and your relationships. And your relationships are going to take a big part of where you go later. It is the same for everybody, right? But we want to make sure that the people that we choose, that the people that even if that's just friends, people we're choosing to surround ourselves with, to walk this path with, are reflective of those new directions. So this week is really walking your talk in terms of the things that you've learned and love, recognizing the red flags, moving away from that, and creating a whole new kind of life. When you have the Four of Swords, it's very much think twice, speak once. Sleep on it. Don't jump on decisions here. Move slow and steady. It's not just about the visceral experience. It's about, does this thing have longevity? Does this have the same recipe, the same energy that I want to kind of embark on as I move forward? Libra. I hope I'm not getting too wordy and that you guys understand what I'm saying here. But this is about facing a lot of fears and trusting your gut and walking your talk in terms of your lessons and your relationships and being able to approach it in a whole new way that is going to bring about the outcome that you're looking for. When you want something different, you got to do something different, and you understand where perhaps you want to change certain patterns, and now you're given lots of opportunities to do that. So go have fun dating, go do all those things, but make sure that your actions are in alignment with your intentions. All right, Libras, I hope this serves you. I'm going to go with an in more depth love reading right after this. The link for that is down below. Otherwise, I will see you next week for next week's reading, guys. Take care.